While we were in South Carolina, we were able to go by and visit. It was locked up and in pretty bad shape. Welcome to Cowpens National Battlefield. Did you have a good visit to the hair doctor? Piper paw print. That worked.
Dear Louisiana, I can't even drink my coffee.
I know how to fix it, and I'm capable of fixing things like this myself. Most people are not. Once you get in here and you get custom. We just finished cooking supper, and I pulled the grate off the oven here, or off the stovetop to clean it.
You see her go,
Pipe, come back!
That's what I wanted to see. These little three-pronged ones.
Little three toes.
Yeah.
Welcome back, everyone. In our last video, we left you in North Carolina at Mayberry, soaking in the small town charm. From there, we hit the road to visit family in South Carolina. As soon as we arrived, Piper was thrilled to be back on her old stomping grounds, and she wasted no time leaving her mark.
Ooh, Carolina, when did you get such a hold on me? Why did you have to sink your teeth so deep in me?
If you watched our video from the International Rally in Sedalia, Missouri, you may remember that Blair found out that one of her distant relatives had an Airstream and was part of the original chapter of the South Carolina Airstream Club.
I found my grandfather's brother's son. He's the only living son. He's 71 years old. I found his records, an address in Greenville, South Carolina, and I said, how crazy would it be if there was an Airstream in the backyard? And Apple Maps has an Airstream in the backyard.
While we were in South Carolina, we were able to go by and visit, and he happened to be standing outside when we pulled in, and we caught up and chatted about the family a little bit and saw the Airstream. It was locked up and in pretty bad shape, but we did have a nice discussion, and it was good to see that the thing was still in the family, albeit not having moved or used for many years. We did offer, if he ever decided he wanted to get rid of it or move it, give us a call first. Blair and I, meanwhile, decided to check out the spot we hadn't yet explored together, Cowpens National Battlefield. Dang it. I can't metal detect.
Nope.
Welcome to Cowpens National Battlefield. How do you think Cowpens got its name? You think it's where they had all the cow pens at one time? This place is steeped in history, and did you know it was a turning point of the Revolutionary War? Back in 1781, American forces pulled off a brilliant victory here, outsmarting the British in less than an hour. It's a hidden gem worth visiting if you're ever in the area. After that, we spent a few days catching up with family and friends, resting and refitting before we get back on the road again. Welcome back, Blair.
Thanks.
Did you have a good visit to the hair doctor?
Hair salon. Check.
Yeah. You're blonde up again for 6 more months?
Blonde up again. Yeah.
I'd like to give a huge shout out to the Mooney family for an amazing breakfast and an awesome gift as we headed out of town. Bill, one of the owners of 1790 Knives, hooked us up with a 13 Adventures branded knife. Seriously cool stuff. If you haven't checked out their website yet, go take a look. And if you snag something, use our discount code. It's all linked below. Hey everyone, I'm here with Piper, and I'm about to test out something. It's a handprint, footprint, nose print, paw print kit. It's inkless, so I'm about to get Piper's prints. Because I got something tasty on me. This box, that'll be linked down in the video down below. But it comes with a stack of cards, instructions on how to do it, and then 4 kits. Step 1, take out the ink pad and place the art card with the red label facing downward. Let me do your nose. I might need Blair's help to do this. That didn't work. So these cards are not the same size, dang it. That's the problem. Pepper, you're so good. Chalk it up to testing. Alright, one down. Check out another. Pepper. Up. 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 Good girl. Oh. Let me get a hard surface. I guess there's nothing left in that one. Put it on something. Oh no. Pepper, I think I just put ink on your foot. Let me get a wipe. And it's on the couch. Let me try again. Pepper paw print. That worked. So you definitely need a hard surface. And let me see if I can get another nose print. Or a nose print, not another. Pep, you ready? Head up. Head up. Wait. I got half a nose. Can we get a whole nose? Can we get the whole nose? There's a little Piper nose. If I can get a wide angle nose. Can we get a wide angle nose, Piper? Almost. My ink's running out. My ink's running out, Piper. She turned. Alright, Pipe. Last one. I promise. Last one. Not bad. Alright, girl. Thank you. Random things. Maybe you need one, maybe you don't. It's good for kids, though. Like, I think you could do a baby's hand or a baby's foot much, much easier than you can do a Piper dog's wet nose. But that's okay. Next up, we swung by Airstream nuts and bolts for a few upgrades. If you haven't yet seen our video on the clear window install or my interview with Ronnie, you're missing out. Those videos are linked down below as well. From there, we rolled into Alabama for a stop at the Lowndes Interpretive Center near Selma, Alabama. This place honors the Civil Rights March from Selma to Montgomery, a powerful piece of history. And a fun fact, back in the year 2000, I actually walked the iconic Edmund Pettus Bridge with President Clinton. It's a moment I'll never forget. That night, we boondocked at Bass Pro Shop in Jackson, Mississippi before pointing our rig towards Texas.
Dear Louisiana, I can't even drink my coffee on this road because it's so damn bumpy. I-20 is the worst road in the country for many, many miles.
Our first stop there was Argyle, where we dropped the truck off at Master Applied Coatings for a ceramic coating. If you're curious about how it turned out, check out our truck follow-up video, also linked below. It's shiny perfection. While the truck was getting pampered, I dropped off Blair at the airport for a quick work trip, and that left Piper and I to hold down the fort, catch up on some videos, and tackle social media. And a big thanks to the Lacombe family for an awesome gift they sent our way. Piper is still obsessed with this gingerbread man toy, and I'm pumped to rock my new shirt once the weather warms up. Not as chilly this morning as it's been, but it's pretty cold. It's 39 degrees on the outside of the rig there. Once you get in here and you get a custom, your body builds a thermal layer around it. So once I sit here for a minute or so, I then start to move around inside. And notice I keep my hands up. When my hands get cold, it's horrible. Pepper's rolling in the grass. So there's about a minute, a little over a minute. My feet and my calf muscles are stingy, least fat on those parts of the body. And my hands and arms are cool too. Sit all the way down. I've done this for many, many years, and I used to do it daily. I recently started back doing it again daily. so cold. But it's a hormetic stressor, and something you should not. People trying to stay in for 10 minutes or 15 minutes or stuff like that. That's not ideal. I want to be in here for 3 minutes, which is enough for the hormetic stressor, which is enough for the heat shock proteins, which is enough to start building brown adipose tissue, which is a fat tissue right here in the back, which burns up other fat. The endorphins that come from getting out of here, the 3 minutes are horrible, but once you're done, it's a great feeling for the rest of the day. From a survival standpoint, like if I knew that I might ever get dunked into cold water, I know that I can manage. I know that I can still do things and not completely lose my mind. I started this in the Marine Corps as a Marine, going through survival training and going through some various other schools I went through. It was required to get into cold water. There's my 3 minutes. But anyway, I think many people could benefit from some temperature extremes. So cold in the morning is great for you because it starts the heat up of your body, and warm in the evening, like a sauna in the evening, which triggers your body's mechanisms to cool down, which helps you go to sleep faster. So, all right, let's get out. Pat, you look like you wet too. Pepper got her some cold weather therapy this morning too. Just rolling in some damp grass. We just finished cooking supper, and I pulled the grate off the oven here, or off the stovetop, to clean it. And I noticed one of these little rubber things in here is, one's missing, but the other one was torn. So I have a new pack of them. So if you are missing some of these, or you just need some extra, because if you take this in and out quite a bit, it will tear over time. So these are pretty cheap and easy to get. I'll have a link down in the video description down below. After picking up Blair from the airport, we grabbed the truck, looking better than ever, and made our way to Dinosaur Valley State Park. We stayed right outside the gate to the park at Dinosaur Valley RV Park. Hope you have confetti all over. Are you confettied up? I'm back on the roof again. I just removed that broken solar panel that I talked about during the Airstream rally video. So I'm going to show you what this thing looks like under. So here's the rub bracket holes. You can see how dirty it gets. I wash mine pretty often. You can see how clean the rest of it is, but it's impossible to clean up underneath these things because they're so low to the ground. But what I believe happened, this bracket is almost at the very front edge of that solar panel, and that back hole right there is almost at the back, and I believe it just caused too much flexation in the middle, which caused it to start a crack, and it finished the crack. But it still works. It's cracked. I can start to feel the glass breaking now, so I'll show you more detail when I get down to the ground. But there's my new panel. I'm going to clean this and get it put on. All right, here's the panel. I don't know if you can see. It's not as smooth as it was to touch, but it's still not too rough. And I've wiggled it around a little bit, getting it off the roof, but it broke the glass some. It still works. It's just the glass is broken. So I have a new panel on the roof, and I'm waiting for some caulking to get here so I can seal it up. But otherwise, it's a pretty easy process to change one of these things out. Not that big a deal. I just was able to get one, thankfully, because they're not easy to come by. So I was at Ronnie Dennis's place the other day doing a door glass, and he happened to have one hanging around and let me take it off his hand. So thank you, Ronnie. And I tried to get Airstream to replace it and get them to fix it, but they said the warranty on the panel is 1 year. There's a working warranty, but not the panel itself. So the panel itself was broken, but had it stopped working, that's a different story. But I'm still working with Airstream via email for a couple other things, so I'm waiting to hear back about this again too, because I asked them some separate questions. But I've already fixed it. No big deal. Still got 400 watts on the roof. And my main point in telling everybody about this thing is I know how to fix it, and I'm capable of fixing things like this myself. Most people are not. So my point was to Airstream is like, if this happened to me, it's likely going to happen to someone else, because I believe they spaced the spacers too far apart. Because every model that I've looked at since I've got mine, the brackets where they hold it to the roof are a little bit closer together, so I don't think it vibrates as much in the middle, which is what I believe the cause of this fracture. Because there's nothing hit the glass that I'm aware of. I mean, something could have, obviously, but I don't think anything hit the glass. They're pretty dang durable. But I don't know. So I can fix it. If I find out any more, I'll let you all know. We also linked up with our friends Jonathan and Blakely from Digital Barbell. Always great to see familiar faces on the road. The next day we dove into exploring the park. This place is incredible. Real dinosaur tracks preserved in the riverbed from millions of years ago. Piper had a blast zooming through the water, and we couldn't get enough of the prehistoric vibes.
They're surprisingly slow when they walk, but when they run,
Can you outrun one?
a human possibly could at 23.2 miles per hour, like Kipchoge, but not me. Small bipedal dinosaurs, 9 miles per hour. That's cool. So
That's quite the math problem.
you might have a chance if you were running against one of these.
Welcome to Dinosaur Valley State Park, where the tracks are in the water. And Blair's about to go get wet because I'm going to push her in.
No, this site is dry. The next site is across the river.
And Piper is pumped because she
She's so
sees
pumped.
water.
But I wonder if I just saw holes in the ground or if I actually saw tracks from up here.
I don't know.
We gotta go look. I don't know. You could tell me anything's a track and I'd believe you.
Where's your booklet?
In the car.
What'd you find?
That's what I wanted to see. These little three-pronged ones.
Little 3 toes?
Yeah. So cool.
How many millions of years ago?
Oh, I don't know. Too many.
What? What kind of tour guide are you?
I didn't read my pamphlet. The drive was too
no.
short. Yeah, those are neat. I like that one. Careful.
Back, come back!
But all I see is one little thing right there. So is that the track? The blue hole is located on a rocky ledge down to your right. Millions of years ago, a small pack of fierce, predatory Acrocanthosaurus dinosaurs left tracks in soft mud near here, most likely while hunting down prey. The blue hole site is underwater for most of the year. Look at this, the 1800s swimming hole in there. Wool swimsuits.
You know George Washington never knew dinosaurs existed?
Yeah, I read that somewhere. This is what I saw online. It's called the ballroom. Hundreds of different dinosaur tracks.
They were doing dances in the ballroom.
Something like that. Well, they called it the ballroom because it looks like the footprints where you're learning to do the waltz or, that's what it looks like. But it's underwater.
Can you show me how to walk like a dinosaur?
I don't know how to walk like a dinosaur. But if you're a T-Rex, you're like this. Baby dinosaur track cast from approximately 200 million years ago. This track cast represents one of the smallest dinosaur tracks ever found. The exact species is unknown. It would likely be a hatchling of a tiny theropod, two-legged meat-eating dinosaur about the size of a turkey. It's like a real size of a dinosaur footprint.
Baby dinosaur.
Yeah.
Blair asked me to go to a sporting goods store, so we picked Uncle George's Sporting Goods. And we pull in, and she goes, They got different kind of sports here in this county.
No, I said that's a different kind of sport.
Oh, different kind of sporting goods. I think it's only shooting sports.
Huh?
I said I think it's only shooting sports.
Yeah, I know.
We weren't just there for dinosaur fun. Blair was gearing up for something huge, her first 100-mile ultra marathon. So how did it go? You have to tune in next time to see this amazing woman take on this epic challenge. And trust me, you won't want to miss it. Thanks for joining, everybody. Happy adventures, and we'll see you down the road.
Did you get a photo?
I got a video.
My gosh.